Guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution Tarot, and I'm here today to bring you a message or a postcard from Spirit for the month of April 2022. So I'm kind of excited. This energy is wonderful, and after a long winter, I'm so ready for spring. I'm so ready for the sun and the warmth. So I have a channeled message before I get too far into the cards today that was grow with growth. Was it? Yeah, here I go. Grow with focus, not grow with growth, but grow with focus, okay? Our growth comes with focus. We want to focus on things that we want to grow. For some of you, it may be your media empire. For some of you, it may be your finances. For some of you, it may be, the size of your butt, my friends. You're working on some gains of the size of your muscles. You put it on what you want to work on or what you want to focus on, but focus on those things that are really important to you. So before I get into this reading, first off, I want to thank you all for being here. For all my subscribers, I love you from the bottom of my heart. And for anyone who's new to my channel, welcome. Thank you guys for being here. If you dig, this energy, if you feel like this is for you at the end, please hit subscribe, join the journey with me. I'd love to have you along this ride. So before I get into the cards, I am just going to take a moment to call in spirit. I'm going to ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Raphael, my team of light, and any of your spirit guides that would be here for the highest good of the entire collective to join us. I'm going to ask them to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, and any of you who would ask for it, to use me as the clearest channel possible, as well as delivering messages for, the farthest reaching, but only the highest good of everyone watching. I'm also going to ask from these beings at this time that we send love, light, and blessings to all beings on the planet. And what I heard is we want that love reverberating around and reciprocating around. So for some of you as well, keep looking at my shirt, and it's almost like geometric patterns or grid work may be really important to you, or maybe really helpful and healing, like crystal grid work. So let's get into the postcard from Spirit first. So this is the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed, and they're channeled messages on what Spirit would like us to know. So if it's not for you, again, don't make it. Just let it slide, my friends, and go about your day. Couple things we got, and they want me to take the bottom of the deck, which is a bird, or almost like a dove, and it says, take flight. Focus on growth, grow with focus, and you take flight. So here we have one of the first cards that's come out. It almost looks like she's stepping out into the world, if you can see this angel, and it says, dear you. The simple yet powerful law of cause and effect means everything is in relationship. Every action on earth has a consequence, and even in the spirit world, there is a consequence for every action taken on your behalf. Right now, you're facing conditions that were set in motion by past decisions. Consequences are coming into being into your favor. They will remind you that making good choices and listening to your intuition pay off. If some things are a little off and uncertain, know that whatever you are facing, you can step beyond it just by using your imagination and acting that instead of reacting to what is being presented. Imagination and acting on that. Okay, so use your imagination and act on that instead of what's being presented. Everything you think and do has far-reaching reverberations in the web of life. Move to higher ground and have faith that what goes around comes around. The universe is always self-correcting anyway. Isn't that amazing? How we adore you. We know everything in the universe is perfect even in its flaws, and we view the creations of spirit in total awe. All is unique, yet part of a unity of existence, but the human experience is a little different from ours. You tend to have a specific standard for what you consider ideal, and this isn't serving you right now. So forget your idea of perfection and see through our eyes, allowing things to be as they are without judgment. Don't wait until a perfect moment or mood to start something. Instead, enter life with all its flawsomeness. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Let others be who they are too, imperfect and human, complex or simple. It doesn't matter, for there is always something to discover, experience, and love. When you drop the need for an ideal, you uncover the real treasure, which is the far more interesting and valuable, loving you like crazy, my friends. Whatever you got going on right now, let yourself soar with this, even if you don't feel you're ready. It's scary maybe, but what I heard is this is going to take some bravery, and my friends, I think you got it. 1 foot forward each step of the way, 1 foot at a time. That's all you can take. You don't want to trip, and if you stumble, get your butt back up. It says, dear you, okay? There is always more than one side to an argument, 2 sides if not more, to every story, and hundreds of ways to be right, to be different, be at odds, and so on. So today we suggest, instead of looking for differences, you find a meeting place or agreement and approach this experience with understanding and compassion. Seek common ground to understand how another person thinks or how an alternate plan might be laid. Stay out of judgment too. Observe, discern, but accept that others have different stories, experiences, and journeys. And some people might refuse to remain open to another's point of view. No matter what, you've been presented with a great opportunity to explore a new way of doing things once common ground is reached. You're attracting people and situations that enrich your life and bring you wonderful things to learn. We love you so much. And this is gorgeous too, because this card is just reminding you as well, you know what? It's okay to listen to other people's plans, and if you've been trying something a certain way this amount of time and it's not working, maybe if someone else has another suggestion, it might spark something for you, or it might have some merit to it. So this is letting go of those control issues, that we have this ideal way of things have to go, and just kind of go with the flow and the movement of how this is going, because what I heard is you're propelling forward, you are taking flight. Whatever this is, growth is coming. I heard growth is imminent, my friends, and I truly, truly hope that it is for you. So before I get into tarot, I was guided to bring the Native American Oracle cards here today. And I'm going to ask what we need to release before we can take flight, because I think that's important, and that's what I'm guided to do. So Spirit, what messages do you have here? Thank you. The bottom of the deck they want me to show you is number 14. I believe this is risk. I'm going to grab the book for it. But we have Hawk, and I love this, is the clarity and vision and focus and keeping our eye on the prize, but remembering as well that this hawk will go after their prey even if they get away the first time. So this is resilience as well. You do have the twin gods here as well. To me, this could be Gemini, this could be romantic partnership as well, kind of twin souls merging, as well as we have here the 11 with the staff. So I'm just going to grab you a quick with number 14. For some of you, I think that so long there's been focus has been on the risks. That what if we take this risk? What if I follow my calling? What if I focus on my goals? What's it going to look like to other people? How am I actually going to pull this off? For some of you, it's this fear of rejection is what I heard. And this is kind of like these two sides of us kind of at war with each other, going at each other is what I heard as well. Like, if whatever's stopping us from going after our goal or our passion or whatever is telling us that things might be a little too risky, play on anyway is what I heard. Now, this is things like, for some of you guys, what I heard is like STDs and stuff like that. Be safe. We want to make sure that we're not putting ourselves in harm's way. But if this is something that we know would be a really good opportunity for us, and it's something that has been a long time coming, and we're still at war with ourselves, I think that what I heard is we need to ask, like, does this situation or person align with my goals? And as well as I heard, it's also important to give yourself flexibility. So some of you, what you're letting go of really is this internal struggle on where your focus needs to lie, and kind of getting over the risks to push forward into this new momentum that's going to take you into all sorts of new lands, my friends. So number 14, I'm going to check here, is risk, and that is Kokopelli, the Demirage, and it says he is the young god of music and fertility. His flute, a phallic symbol, evokes and promotes fertility in both the fields and in animal kingdom. As he plays his flute, snake or sexual energy awakens, and the natural forces of the world stir to life. So he says Kokopelli's consort was also honored as the mother of the divine race. The message is be courageous and use your gifts, not to shy away from risks, but to engage with your whole body, mind, soul, and spirit. For some of you, this is definitely like what I heard is Kundalini rising, and this is definitely being fertility for some of you as well. If pregnancy is not something that you are looking forward to, also take precautions on that, because I think you do need to see, like, there is laser focus, is what I heard. Just a second, guys. I'm back. I needed water. So I'm just going to check number 11 too. I don't use these cards as often, and I totally forget sometimes. So this is power. All of life is a lesson. Learn the lessons, be smart, and practice the right use of power, and don't take yourself too seriously. So this talks about October, or the months of the leaves falling as well. For some of you, that is timing when you could see, like, the you're growing now, but what you could see your expansion, like what it's going to look like. This could come into fruition in October. For some of you, this is something from a past in October, and kind of having really laser focus and vision now on, I heard, like, the things you should have said, or the things you could have said, the things that may have been said. For some of you, is communication with this music as well. Like, this very sexual energy, very creative, very, very powerful, and we need to make sure that, you know, we're using our powers, we're using our power in appropriate ways. And I think that there's also something here about seeing, like, for some of you, this could be power struggles, as well as realizing within, I want to say, okay, I want to say within Twin Flame, this always, to me, this Twin God is Twin Flame. But this is also, there's something here as well of like a thorn in the side, or somebody's got their claw in. And this could also be where this risk comes in, is that there's this definite powerful energy. It feels very, very masculine to me as well, but that doesn't matter. We all have an inner feminine and inner masculine. So it's almost just like, again, making sure that there's, this comes to me in communication with this feather down there. And with this music as well, that we want to be very aware of the vibrations that we're putting out into the universe with this flute as well. Because we are creating an energy, we are creating an atmosphere. And what I heard is not everyone needs to be around us if we're kind of feeling shitty and, you know, projecting stuff and fear. So if we're going through hard times, I feel like as well, Spirit's saying, like, meditate. We may want to clear that out. And the elephant is showing up here as a spirit guide or animal totem that may be really helpful for you guys right now. And it says, open yourself to true abundance. This is Archangel Mary and Raphael. Open yourself up, because I definitely feel like for some of you, and this could go so many ways on what this endeavor is, what this getting in your own way is, what this kind of internal struggle is, what this kind of looking back with laser focus is, whatever it is to you. For some of you, this is just kind of reanalyzing, right, on some of the risks that I took. Did they pay out? Did they not pay out? Like, kind of like stock market stuff. But for others of you, this is quite deep, and this is part of your spiritual journey, and I heard spiritual mission. And for some of you, it's definitely important. If there is a pregnancy throughout this partnership, there is a very, very importance in the spiritual bond with this child. But I also think that it's remembering to have fun. Also, that emotions here, they can be playful, they can be joyous with the water. I feel like for a long time too, some of us may have been in this internal conflict as well. Express, don't express, because what are the risks of me doing this? What are my past experiences with this? What are my past failures? So again, you may have an ideal situation, like Spirit was talking about at the beginning, or an ideal way that you want this to plan out, and Spirit's like, you know what, we can plan and plan and plan, but real life is messy, my friends. Real life is different, and things divert. So, you know, reassess your goals, your values, and make sure that your plans move forward with that. And under here I have the pig, which is maintain self-worth and self-esteem. Archangels Mary, Gabriel, and Uriel. Absolutely, throughout this whole thing, remember that you are important, that you were put here on this earth for a reason, and that you are absolutely beautiful on your own. And to me, both of these that came out here is this heart with the elephant, and we have this blue, beautiful throat chakra with the pig, but this also being centered at the heart center, knowing the truth in your heart. And it's all right if no one else agrees with you. You're going to follow that truth in your heart anyway. So some parting advice for this month, please, Spirit. What messages do you have for anyone watching this postcard from Spirit? Thank you. You have the Tower. We're making some changes. And we also have the Sun in reverse. With the bottom of the deck is the Hermit in reverse. For some of you, this is Virgo. I got Leo energy as well. But what I'm saying, thinking with this Tower, Scorpio as well on here, is that it almost feels like there may be some roadblocks. There may be some people or situations that are needing change before we can find success. For some of us, there is something that we're looking at on, that duality side of ourselves, going, what is it that is stopping me from moving forward? And as I did that, this card flew out of my hands and it flipped over into the right side. So I definitely feel like Spirit's like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. With this Hermit in the reverse, there's something. I heard you need to get out of your head, my friends. That again, like, the more and more we focus on the risk of a situation, we're just focusing on a situation that doesn't exist yet. So let's put that foot forward and make some changes and not be afraid of the tower. I'm hearing the song by Blue Oyster Cult, Don't Fear the Reaper. Don't fear the Reaper, my friends. What is meant for us in this world will come. And this is, again, like, for some of you, this may have to do with power or authority figures as well. And there may be some definitely deep healing that comes in through some of the realizations that you're realizing. And again, Spirit saying, no matter what's happened, maintain that self-worth and give yourself love and grace throughout this entire process, my friends. You are beautiful, you are loved, and you are divine, and you are absolutely important to this world. I love you all. That's the message I have, and I'll talk to you later. Mwah.